Kathy, 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 do it down to earth. Down to earth, please. Down to earth. Do it.
Do one.
Yeah.
You want one?
Yes.
You sure?
Positive. Hello there, my YouTube family. How are you? I'm Helen Sadler, your destiny helper. You know, it's going after the holidays. We have the new year that is coming up, and many of you have written and said this was one of the most atrocious time of the year for me. I went through all year, but never like this. Why? Usually it's the pressure of the holidays, the pressure of the holidays. Hello there, Evangelist Karen. How are you? Thank you for joining me on today. We're talking about being in the pressure of the holidays when the narcissist specifically target you to do certain things. Flying monkeys are loose, gangs are railing on you, making you feel real bad because that's the narcissist's desire for you to feel really bad. Holidays are a punishing time for many. Many of you have already went through a lot from November to now. Thanksgiving was bad, but it's not as bad. And then when Christmas time came, you had no idea that you could go through that much. Yes, really to moderate, really is moderate to extreme. And see, when you're going through during the Thanksgiving time, it can be moderate. And then Christmas, all hell break loose. You don't even know what you did wrong. You don't know why this is happening. And a lot of times, the narcissists wait till Christmas Day to discard or wait to New Year's to discard. Whatever is your happiest moment when they're celebrating to bring in a new year, when they are breaking open the sparkling cider, the champagne, when they're lighting the candles for New Year, when they're outside, the fireworks are going. The narcissists tell you, I've had enough of this. I've been trying to tell you, but you're not listening. You're not paying attention to me. So I'm just leaving. I'm just leaving. Since this is what you want and this is more important than us, I'm out of here. And you're trying to figure out what you've done. We've had a good time. We went out to eat. We went to the party. We went to our friend's house. And now we're enjoying the new year coming in, and he leaves. But if you notice, he didn't leave all his clothes. He didn't take all his clothes. He only took enough to hurt you. He only took enough to dissuade you from your happiness. And next thing you know, you're pleading, what did I do? Whatever I did, I won't do it again. You know, did I say something? Did I allow something? He said, yeah, you allow everybody to take my place. Usually it's us. I didn't even feel important. I didn't even feel like I matter. I didn't even feel like I was number one. You put everybody before me. And you're trying to think the whole time you held back from being with everybody else, from laughing with everybody else, to make sure he felt important, to make sure she felt like number one. It doesn't matter what you do to a person who refuses to be pleased. It doesn't matter what you say to a person who refuses to be happy. First of all, they can't be as happy as you are because they can't enjoy the true emotion. They don't have the true emotion. So they make you pay for what they don't have. And they look at you and long for the feelings that you have. If only they could feel what you feel. Hello there. How are you, Laura Mitchell? Good morning. We are talking about the holiday pressure. She said, this is so true. You know, Laura, it doesn't matter what you do to them. And they wait to the pivotal moment, the moment where everything can change, the moment where everything can just be a total blast, that's the moment you're going to get hurt. They would even accuse the children. You putting the children in front of them. She said, jealous of us being real. Absolutely, because they can't feel that. Real humans, absolutely, because they can't feel it. And they hate what you feel because they crave to feel it. Hey, Shirley, how are you? They want to feel what you feel, and they can't. And they hate the fact that you cannot. And remember, that was the thing during the love bombing that really got them. So what you gave them during the love bombing is what they hate and punish you right now for. Because they are like little robots. They want so bad to know what it is to feel what you feel. They want so bad to know what it is to love, to be cared for. Even when you care for them, they don't totally comprehend that. She said narcissists hate that we are happy during the holiday. Absolutely. Absolutely, Karen. They cannot stand it. So when they look at the holidays, they get eruption instead of pleasure. She said, you've been such a blessing. You being watched. She said, I binge watch your videos. May God continue to bless you. Thank you so much, Ara Mitchell. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Keep watching them and keep being blessed by them. This holiday time, if you knew the people that was actually tormented, even while I'm talking, there's people crying. The kids are hollering. They want their mom, and their mom is crying. Crying, bawling her eyes out because he left her. But you know what she didn't realize? How come he didn't take all of his clothes if he was done? How come he left part of his clothes? Because he's planning to come back. He just wants thought-filled because he needs you miserable. He needs you crying your eyes out because this make him feel good that you're not happy. And when you're not happy, he's happy. And then when he come back, he's going to accuse you of not taking care of the kids. You sitting here bawling your eyes out. What about our kids? What about taking care of them? Anything to get you off. And you like, but I love you. I want to make sure I please you. I want to make sure you're happy. And you know what he said? I don't want my happiness. I want our kids' happiness. No, he wanted his happiness. And then when you go to take care of the kids, what about me? Now you all in the kids. What about it? You can never, ever please them. And they're flying monkeys. Oh, telling him every little move you're making. She said, the narcissist can't stand that we have parties, dinners with family, friends, co-workers. She says, so they are pathological jealous because all they are is flying monkeys. She said, I'm a therapist and a life coach. The stories of their target. Oh, baby. I know you got plenty of them. We got them. We got them. And the thing is, this can be done without no emotional responsibility to it. No emotional mishap. No emotional responsibility tied into the damage that they done to her or the kids. She said, and using a fight as an excuse to cheat. Absolutely. She said, oh, I need a cool off from your reaction to the fight. She said, I instigated it, so I can't sneak and cheat. Absolutely. But that's why they do a discard or they do a ghosting. You know what? You never understand. I'm out of here. But guess what? They were in the bathroom setting up the new target. They were in the bathroom setting up the cheating date. But the only way they can get out is through an argument and make you feel like it was your fault when all they want to do is go out and cheat. She said, I heard someone say Uh, my coping skills is no contact. I said mine too. Absolutely. And you know what? That hurt them more than anything because you are not supposed to be able to live without them, sleep without them, exist without them because they are your God. They are what you worship. They are what you live for. So when you say no contact and can stick to that, oh, that tears them down. That causes a narcissistic wound because the way they did it, the way they trained you to keep them in your life. She said narcs want to inflict maximum damage during the holiday. Ooh, that's good. That's good, Karen. She said this make stronger trauma, but that's the word I was looking for. She said, and bad memories during the holiday. Yes, ma'am. She said, press your lips and go live in your life and bless your life. Come on. You know what? Trauma bonding has to have plain and pain, pleasure. It has to have promise and lies. It has to have devastation and love bombing. It has to have comfort and discomfort. It has to have torment and rubbing, breadcrumbing. It has to have that and the opposite in order for trauma bonding to be fulfilled. You cannot fulfill trauma bonding unless you have the opposite spectrum because your brain go into confusion, your emotions go into confusion, your heart go into devastation, and that's how they bond. It loops you and ties you to the narcissist, and it gives the narcissist the advantage. And you wonder why you keep crawling through the loophole, getting squares through the tie, getting squares. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, you go to your family, the narcissists go to your family. You go to your job, the narcissists show up on your job. And if you go to your job, they're going to always have one coworker that they flirt with, especially if they're handsome and the coworker yield to them. She's a light in darkness trying to bond. She said, I broke that illegal mess. I know that's right. And that's what you have to do. You have to break the trauma bonding. And breaking the trauma bonding is breaking a system of thought that registrate through your mind, that keep going through your mind, that ruminating in your life. You have to go in your memory and gut out your memory. Because with your memory is tied in all the emotions that you felt with them, all the emotions that you had with them, all the commitment that you had with them. And you have to put a restraining order on your emotions. You have to put a restraining order on your emotions. You have to tell your emotions, we're not going here. We're not doing this. This is no, So you have to go no contact. But remember, no contact is no contact. You can't go online, look at what they're doing. You can't go on their website. You can't go to anything concerning them. When you go no contact, you cut off everything concerning them. You liberate your time, you liberate your mind, you liberate your moments, you liberate your emotions. And your emotions put a stronghold to say, but I don't want to do this. I want to see. No. No means no. Girl, bam, high five. Boom. No means no. And you have to do it. You don't go by what you feel. Because what you feel going to be what you felt. It always going to take you to your past. It is not going to let you forward because your emotions don't want to see the future because they don't want to see the future without the narcissist. But the narcissist has to be evacuated. It has to be evicted from your mind, evacuated from your future. So when they go and do a temporary discard, you have to do a permanent discard. Take your stuff and get up out of here. And they say, you can't take my kids away. We'll go to court. Let it be a court situation. And you make sure you document everything. You make sure you notate everything. Because a narcissist is usually going to get a lawyer just like them. So you make sure you notate every little thing. Whether you had to call the police, whether they did some or not. It is not what they did some or not. It's the fact that you had to call them. Write that down. It's the fact that he left you with the kids on the holidays and then come back to 2 days. Hey, Michelle. And then come back for 2 days. Then come back for a week. And that week, the kids, he didn't add to the meals. He didn't take care of them. He didn't pay the bill. All of that count in the court of law. And you're going to find out the narcissist play dirty, even behind the scenes, where your flying monkeys call you. Girl, what you doing? I'm just sitting here. Are you crying? No, I'm not crying. Girl, don't cry over that man. That's what they tell you while he's sitting next to him. Don't cry over that man. You know he gonna do what he want to do. Yeah, and he doing it with the person that you're talking to. Michelle said, it is so true. She said, if people knew they were literally dealing with Satan himself, they will stop playing with them. Of course. But you'll be surprised how people worship their feelings more than their wisdom. Yeah. They don't want to feel that broken heart. There ain't no medicine for a broken heart. So they don't want to feel that broken heart. So they go through what they go through. And it's a timeless assault against yourself. It's a timeless assault against yourself. Because everything that the enemy does, the narcissist does, after they've love bombed you, after they got in, it's now working against you. It's an assault against you. That's why they accuse you. You always, why they set up the premises and let you do the work. They're accusational. And the truth of it is, it's like Karen said, they're just jealous because they can't experience the love that you have. They are broken people. Yeah, they're broken pieces of machinery that's outdated and need an update. And they're looking for body parts. They're looking for your heart. They're looking for your eyes. They're looking for your hands. They're looking for your emotions. They're looking for your brain. They're looking for body parts because they can't handle a complete person. They tear them out. They tear them down. So they're looking for body parts, and they assess themselves with your body parts. If they want your hands, they just want you to hold them. If they want your personal parts, they just want to have sex with it and leave. Karen says, when they have suddenly reported this to the police and local domestic violence, in many states, this is considered child abandonment. She's a documented, which can help you in future custody battles. Everything. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why you document. You put dates, you put times, you put people who can verify this. Even if you don't feel like doing it. If you have to go to the bathroom, put it on your recorder until you can tabulate it, so you can have a whole system, a whole lineage, a whole entourage of things that they've done consecutively, written down as a report. 9 times out of 10, a narcissist, unless they got cameras in the house, you got to watch those who are technologically savvy, because you are being filmed. Everything you do, everything you say, and then you have to make sure you can get the little detectors to make sure they haven't put a sensor on a tracker on your vehicle, or the cloning on your phone. And so when you talk business and you know they're savvy, don't talk any business on your phone. Your phone has been, what do you call it? When they put a sensor on your phone. Yeah, they tracking every conversation. Because the narcissist is always thinking ahead. Remember that. The narcissist is never thinking where you are. The narcissist is always thinking ahead. They're always 2 steps ahead of the game, so you have to be 4 steps ahead of them. Because they are not the smartest people. It look like they're the smartest, but they're not. They're not the smartest. Hey, Sharon. She said most people hurt people. Hurt people hurt people. My ex-narcissist just left, and I told him it's over. He's pissed. Of course he is, because you dumped him. And he's going to try to get back in just so he can dump you. Hey there, Anessa, how are you? She said they are clone phones. Oh, they clone phones. Yes, ma'am. Important to tell the outside people like DV advocates. This is Karen. So you can have them document what has happened. Physical abuse is never tolerated. It only gets worse. And when they apologize, they will do it again. She said, for me, it was bad that he followed me with a GPS. See, that's what we were just talking about. When they got trackers on you, they know everything. They got trackers, so when you go online, they got trackers, so when you are in your vehicle, they got trackers, so when you use your phone. That's why it's best to have a secure phone that they don't know nothing about, and you do all of your other calls on a secure phone. And you do regular calls that you don't mind nobody knowing on the regular phone. And you make sure you don't do nothing in the house. Talk no business in the house. Go to a library. Go to a store. Go outside of the confinements of where your residence is. Because you're probably being tracked, like Michelle said, tracking her everywhere. Happy New Year to you, Flowers. How are you? She said, all of the beautiful survivors out there, thank you, Apostle, for saving lives. Oh, you are so welcome. That make me feel so good because it's exactly what I want to do. When we've been through like we've been through, there's a reason you went through, because you got to be able to talk to somebody. People don't want people who have no experience under their belt. How you going to tell me what I'm going through and you don't know what I'm going through? You can't even tell me what I'm going through because you haven't been through it. But when you've been through it and made it through it, and you pass survivor and you become a thriver, oh, honey, we got Karen on here 33 years. 33 years of torment, 33 years of devastation. She said, these demons have to be deafened and blind in the spiritual realm, then handle it in the natural. The demons that work with them are atrocious, and you know they feel nothing. I'm so grateful to God that God set me free. I know you are. Excuse me. You know, whom the Son make free is free indeed. We're so glad for freedom. We're so glad for liberation. We're so glad that we're out of it. We're so glad for no contact. We're so glad that the pain doesn't hurt anymore. The pain is just a memory without the pain. The pain is gone. Just a memory. Because that's a devastating heartbreak. When you got someone that was supposed to love you and they devaluate you every chance they got. Really, the devaluation started at the moment of meeting. You were just love bombed. It was the cloak to cover up the real truth until the mask come off. When the mask come off, all hell break loose. You will never be the same. Even after you get over the narcissist, your life has changed forever. In a good way, in a strong way, in a strengthened way, in a discerning way. You're not so easy like before. You're more discerning. You're more noticeable of traits, words, the way they look, the way they say, quickness of movement. Relationships should take time. It shouldn't be an overnight dash for the 100 yards. That's not a relationship. Because if it's quickly built, it can be quickly torn away. She said, hoovering ain't cute. They are hateful and disrespectful, especially now. Especially now. And many of you are going to be hoovered after New Year's. Because you got Valentine's Day coming up. So they got to get back in for that love day. And they know everybody want to be with somebody. Everybody want to love somebody. So you think you're hoovered now? Oh, this is not the hoovering season. Hoovering season is February. I mean, Valentine's Day, those brothers come, they come packed. They wear the tightest jeans so you can remember how good it was. They wear the best colognes. She said, It feels real bad at first when the narcissist discards you. She said, or you escape from them in time in time healing. There will be peace and joy in your life again. And you sure can talk about it, Karen. Thank you, Queen. The narcissist doesn't care. Shout about anyone, she says. Let me see. Let me get that again. Queen, put that back up there, Queen. She said, you can get further in life with a narcissist. They gonna tear up everything you got. She said, now that is over. Now many nice things can come into your life. Oh, Michelle, that is just a byword. That is so true. She said, I think he has burned bridges where he was. He was told where he was, and I told him that every he seems like he has gotten worse. She said, I am free. And I told him I was not going into 2024 with old news. Absolutely. And I don't blame you. It's a whole new place. It's a whole new realm. It's a whole new beginning. And you know what? It's just like Michelle said. Now the nice things that wasn't happening can happen. And if you notice with them, it just seemed like you couldn't get ahead. It seemed like you couldn't prosper. No matter how much you brought in, more went out. You always had to work harder. You always had to work longer. They told you things that they didn't tell you, things that they did with the money. They always has an excuse for their money. Now when you're free, now when you're liberated, you can use your own money. You can grow. You can get a car. It's your car. It's your place. If you get a place, and you can get a place without the narcissist, don't let them come back. Because February is a major hoovering month. Michelle said, you can't get anywhere further in life with the narcissist now that it's over. All right. And Sharon said, I think he has burnt the bridges. Oh, yeah, he has. Burnt them up. And one thing about it, when people are not committed to the narcissist and his mask fall off, there's no obligation. They're out of there. Because people are basically selfish. And they think, you taken away from me, I'm not going to be with you. And then some people afterwards finally understood what you've been through. They finally get it. Like that girl went through hell. And usually it's another supply. Because he done did the same thing to a new supply. But because she's not the prime, she's not the number one target. She's not the supreme supply. He gonna always come back to the fetal position. He always want to come back home. Because at home it was good. At home it was warm. At home it was comfort. He's not getting out there what you gave him, even though he's getting something. It's not what you gave him. That's why he's going to come back and hoover. She said they just don't know when they're going to discard and have time to heal. Right. Most people don't think that supply is going to discard. They think they're going to discard. And watch out when you discard a narcissist, because the narcissist is going to love bomb you. They're going to plead. They're going to cry. They're going to put those fake tears, that fakes, I'm sorry. They're going to do everything because their whole thing is to get back in just to discard you. They can't stand that narcissistic injury that you discarded them. So they're going to get back in just to discard you. And they'll stay long enough for you to be so happy just so they can leave. She said, can a person with a narcissist trait in their youth change in time with introspective? See, a narcissist trait is not narcissist personality. We all can have some narcissist traits about, of course. And the introspective is knowledge. So when you got a person that may have traits, they can change. They don't have to stay the same. But when you have a person with a narcissist personality, that's just saying my skin is not going to stay on my body. My skin has to stay on my body for the protection of the body. And that's the way the narcissists is. They're like skin. Your body got to have the skin or you can get all kind of infections. Narcissists are like skin. They try to change and it takes God to do a miracle to change them. It's not impossible, but usually it don't happen because what's impossible is not to look on the inside of you and change. You got to be able to see where you was wrong. You got to be able to see where there needs to be some better. The narcissists have grandiosity, so they don't see where something needs to be better. They see they're the best that you'll ever get. Call Cassandra.